Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about droppers, hoppers, and dispensers. So over here, this is how you build a hopper. And this is how you build a dispenser. And the dispenser and the dropper are pretty much the same thing except without a bow in the middle. So the difference between a dropper and a dispenser is that a dispenser will shoot out whatever's inside if it's like shootable. So here it shoots out a bunch of eggs. Oh, we have a chicken. But over here, the dropper, the difference between the dropper and the dispenser is that the dispenser will shoot out snowballs. The dispenser will put bone meal down, like if there's a plant next to it. The dispenser will set off TNT. The dispenser will actually put on your armor. The dispenser will shoot out arrows. The dispenser will pour lava. It will throw any bottles of any potions. It will shoot a fire charge, and it will spawn any egg. But the dropper, instead of shooting it out, what it does, it pours it on the ground for you. So instead of like putting on the armor, it just drops it on the floor, and then you could just pick all that up. So over here we have all the items a dropper can go into. We have a dropper could go into itself, a dispenser, a furnace, a chest, a brewing stand, a hopper in a minecart, and a chest in a minecart, and a beacon. The dropper can put any item. Well, not any item. There's some exceptions. Like for the beacon, it could only put like these 4 items right here. So we have a diamond in here. So if we click this button, and then we check, the diamond's right in here. The chest. What this does is here. It just literally puts it in the chest. So you hear the clicking sound, and then it puts it in the chest. Same for this and everything else. It just puts it in. The furnace, it puts in coal or whatever you're smelting. And there's a bit difference between putting a dropper into a dropper. What it does is when a dropper is powered and there's another dropper in front of it, it actually shoots it out. So if we go over here, this is a dropper on a dropper, and this is 3 droppers stacked. So if we put an item in the bottom one, and then we click the bottom one, it just shoots it out of the top because it travels 2 and then shoots it out. So if we put an item, it doesn't matter what item. If you put an item on the bottom one and you have a stack of 3, it will go to the 3rd one because it shoots out the 2nd one, and then it goes into the 3rd one. So to get it out of the 3rd one, you just need another button, and it would go up another one. So if we have another one right there, it'll go and then shoot out in whatever direction whatever direction you want it to. Over here, the hoppers work exactly the same. Also, A dispenser cannot do this. So when a dispenser is near a dispenser, like this, and then you want to power this dispenser and then move it into this dispenser, or even 3 dispensers. When you click the button, it'll just shoot out of this one, and since there's a block in front of it, it could go in any direction, so it's very unorganized. But this one always shoots upwards. So this one, it just shoots upwards because that's where the top part is coming out. The hopper, any item you put in, it will disappear. It'll just disappear. And if you have a hopper leading into the next hopper, so like this, you would have to shift click and it would go into the block whatever you're clicking on. So if we put an item in here like we just did, it would go from this hopper all the way down, and then over here, and then drop down to this chest, and then it's right here. That would happen for any of these, so it doesn't matter what item you put in any single one of these, it'll go into the hopper and then drop to the chest, or whatever you're leading it into. Hoppers can go in any direction, so you see here that it's going from the chest down to this hopper over here, then back over here, then back down, and then in this little pattern right here, and then into this chest. So it doesn't really matter which direction it's going in, but once you place an item or two, or however many you want, it goes wherever the path is leading it to, and that's right here. Now this isn't my design, but it's very well known. If you have an item in this hopper, in this dropper right here, I mean, to make this, all you have to do is go like that, and then shift click here, then shift click there. But if you have an item in this dropper right here, and then you click it, and then have a comparator at the other side, because comparators reads whatever's inside a block. I have a tutorial on that. If you guys want to see it, go check it out. Yeah, then it'll read it. So if you just turn it off, then it just turns off. It kind of acts like I don't know. It's weird because you need to turn it on in order you need to turn it on in order for it to turn this redstone current on, but when you turn it off, it's not going to turn it off, so you need to turn it on again to make it go off again. I hope that made sense. Moving over here, so hoppers will not move along the track if a redstone current is going into one. So you see this torch right here? It's powering this hopper, which won't let any other hopper take it out of that one. So if we place an item in here, the item won't even disappear because this hopper is the redstone signal is turning off the hopper. So what it does is it doesn't accept any, and if we put an item in here, it won't dispense any as well. But as soon as we turn this redstone torch off, the hoppers work again, and then it goes right into whatever it's leading it to. So over here, you could see that these are droppers and these are hoppers, and droppers work faster than hoppers. The only problem is that hoppers don't need any redstone current into them unless you want to stop it, unless you want to like stop the items from moving along the hopper. You need a repeater in all of these, and you need it so that the tick is different, so that it will just keep going. Now the repeater is going through the dropper and into this redstone line, and then it keep continuing. Now if we put a item in here and an item right in here, see that it's not going because there's a redstone torch right here. If I flick this lever, we'll see that the droppers will get to the end before the hoppers. So as you can see, this redstone light turns on before that one, like a lot before, because the item is in this chest, and when an item goes in the chest, it powers the comparator. Same over here. So yeah, like that's faster than that. So over here, this is not my design. You have an item like percent wise. So if you have a chest with 2 hoppers leading into 2 other chests, 2 separate chests, half of the items from that chest will go into here, the other half will go into here. And then you need these hoppers to be on. You need these hoppers to be off and have a redstone current to turn them on. Redstone current to turn them off. To stop the hoppers from bringing items into these chests until this chest is empty. So when that chest is empty, these hoppers can now lead hoppers into this chest. Now to put 2 chests next to each other, all you need is a chest and a trap chest. The trap chest is made with a tripwire hook and a regular chest, and they can be placed next to each other. So if we put a stack of items, let's get a stack of items, doesn't matter what item, and then we place it in this chest, you could see the items will start funneling through, and then half the items will go over here while the other half goes over here. And then when this is empty, this redstone current will turn off, turning off these redstone torches, because when this chest was full, these torches were off, and these torches were on, and when there's no items in that chest, torches are off, because the comparator senses if there's items in the chest, turning on this repeater, turning off this torch, turning off this redstone current, turning on the torches. Now then half of the items were in here, and then the other half were in here, and now a quarter items are in here, and a quarter items aren't in the others. About a quarter. Sometimes it's not all that perfect, but that's fine. It still works. Now over here we have an item sorter, and this was made by Powered Pistons. This is extremely compact. There's no way for it to get any more compact than this, because when a hopper has 19, 20, 21, 22 items in it, it gives 1 redstone current from a comparator, but when it has 23 items, it will go 2 blocks. So the redstone current will turn on this when it has another item in it. So this is the input over here. We have a hopper trail leading to this chest, just in case there's any items that aren't these four. So when you want an item to be put into a chest, what you have to do is go over here and put 18 and then this many of that item into this hopper. And then you want to do that for every single one of them. And then maybe you want to label it with that. So another one. And then what it does is, if it senses that there's an item like that, it stacks on top of it, so it goes from here, and it won't go into the next hopper, it would go down. So if we put an iron, we'll get a few. And then we put them in here, you see that they automatically start going, then it goes into here and then into here, and then it senses until there's iron underneath it, it will drop to the iron instead of keeping going, because it would go down over here, except that there's no open space for the iron to go into. So it would go over here, and then it would go into this bottom one. You also need an item down here on the last one. And then it would go into the chest. So there's no iron in there. All 6 iron are in here. None. Okay. So what this redstone does is, when it senses that there's an item in here, an extra item in here, this redstone current turns on, turning on this repeater, turning off these torches, which means it the items can flow through the hopper into the chest. Yeah, this was not easy to explain. That's the final one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. I think, oh yeah, there's one more redstone tutorial, and that's for the rails, so stay tuned for that. I hope I was clear on explaining it. Bye. Just an extender.